All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome into the Felger and Maz off-air show. Big Jim Murray will be along here in just a second. We are brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. And don't let anyone else tell you different. And still the best light beer. I'm not just saying that because they sponsor the show. You know this. My desert island drink, my desert island alcoholic beverage is Miller Lite. And it's the go-to. What would you like? I always start with Miller Lite. Bud Light second. Sorry, massholes. But it's always Miller Lite first. The original light beer, Miller Lite. Because when it's off-air show time, it's Miller time. Please enjoy responsibly. Only 96 calories, okay? Tastes great, less filling, all of that. Here comes Big Jim Murray to help fill out the program. How you doing, Jim?
Good, how are you?
Okay, babe, where do you want to start?
Oh, I don't know about your ass treatment. I thought that's what the...
Fellas, ladies, too, get screened. Get screened. It is a preventable form of cancer if you just go through with the colonoscopies. And I know there's all sorts of, technology's catching up so you don't have to do it, like this Cologuard thing.
Oh, yeah, the poop in a box,
You poop in a box and then send the poop through the mail. Look, if the doctor recommends that, you can get away with that. That's no problem.
Yeah.
If you have a family history, which I do,
some are reluctant. If you have the history, apparently, they don't want you doing it, and it's only like 70-something% accurate from my understanding.
Okay, so if you're young or there's no family history and that's all you wanted, I'm not telling you what to do. But you should get screened. And especially because the colonoscopy is, I think, covered every time. I don't think you've ever run into a thing where a colonoscopy isn't covered. So it doesn't cost anything. It's just you got to allow yourself to be uncomfortable for 24 hours. And that's all that is. And it's uncomfortable. The fasting the day
prep is the worst part of
the fasting the day before is a mild inconvenience. You just got to be tough enough to gut out a day where you're hungry. And if you're religious, you do this, if you're Jewish and adhere to, is it Yom Kippur? Is that the one that you fast for? Whichever one. I think it's Yom Kippur. I might be mistaken, but whatever. You do this once a year anyway, or thereabouts. Or if you're other religions, there's fasting in all sorts of religions. Fasting is like the easiest part of it for me anyway. And not that I don't get fucking hungry and cranky. Like I lost it on the air yesterday because I just got hangry. But that's all that is. The prep. They have you drink this, is it magnesium citrate?
Yes, and magnesium citrate. Yeah, I've had it before. Where a fart might not be a fart.
Oh, it's not even debatable. You don't even venture a fart. You don't even any rumble. You have to run to the bathroom and it is violent diarrhea. Why would you take that if not for a colonoscopy?
I mentioned before when we did that morning shift for Toucher and Hardy.
No way.
I told you when I used to
that constipated?
Oh yeah. But those hours seal my body up like there's concrete inside. So a friend, my co-host at the time when I worked at Star 99, she actually had medical grade laxatives that were prescribed to her that she gave me one of those that I took before. And that was like drinking 19 bottles of that magnesium citrate. Do you remember the old SNL skit Colon Blow, the cereal? Like one bowl of Colon Blow is equal to like 9,000 bowls of Raisin Bran or whatever. So that's what those are like. But I used to have to occasionally drink that stuff, and it is Fire Hose City. But boy, it works.
Fire Hose City.
Yeah.
And they have you take 2 separate doses of it, 6 hours apart. They want you doing your last dose 6 hours before the procedure, which in my case would have been 3 o'clock in the morning. So I've done it a couple different times now, and I think if you're good about fasting, you don't need to be so militant about the magnesium. You say citrate?
Citrate.
Citrate, magnesium citrate, and I didn't get up at 3 in the morning. I did 2 doses at 7 o'clock and then at like midnight, and then you pour out diarrhea for an hour and then went to bed, and got up in the middle of the night. But. So like that whole part, and it really does make you sick. Like it's your
you feel bubbles,
nauseous, and you really
horrible.
can't do. You're kind of like just sort of curled up, like it's really not pleasant. Like that's a pain. And then going in is
But once you're just, not to interrupt, but would you agree? Like once you're all out, like you could serve dinner in your asshole. It's that clean. Like there's nothing in there.
It is a clean machine, man.
Yeah.
It is absolutely. If you do it right, if you follow instructions, don't eat, and do at least most of that citrate, you're going to clean right out. There's no other way around it. But going there, it's just uncomfortable. It's like the procedure hurts. That's why they knock you out.
Yeah, right.
So it's just in the back of your mind. You're about to get something, a hose up your freaking ass. And
Well, right, yeah.
yeah, it's just
It's something.
So
It's
like,
something this size
so
going
this
in the
is why
size of a
I'm-
dime.
Okay, right, exactly. So that they're going to be doing that, and like I don't want you doing that, even though I'm
Yeah.
not going to be there for it. It's like that the anticipation is hard, and then being in the waiting room with 8 tables of people who are waiting. It's a conveyor belt of freaking hosing. It's just like this factory of colon. It's a colon factory, and just waiting there for it. Not that they make you wait that long at my place. They're super good. And the IV, like it's all sort of uncomfortable. I'm not a great patient.
Yeah.
But boy, that waking up is tremendous. And someone said here, like, because everyone has to say you're wrong about everything, right? Steven says, propofol doesn't make you high. It only knocks you out. Felger probably got something else. No, it was propofol. And I absolutely wake up feeling awesome. I don't know if you want to say high. Like I wouldn't say like I'm on weed. It's not like I'm drunk when I wake up. You're just
Is it like the?
it's
Did you ever get the gas?
euphoric. Well, so I didn't get it. Oh, when you say the laughing gas,
Yeah.
well, it's not like a whippet. It's not like nitrous,
Yeah.
which I've done plenty of in my dead days. Like that's sort of like
Yeah.
No,
But that medical grade kind, you're like, hi.
no, I don't know how to describe it. It's just more like, oh, you're so languid and happy and
Yeah.
just like, you feel so good. Like
Yeah.
there's no other way to describe
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
If that's not high, I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Yeah.
And so I do like cranking music on the way home because you just feel good. It's like, boom, let's go. But, I guess someone's saying here they're free after 40. It's covered after 40. Whatever it is, it's just, there's no excuse not to. All it is
Yeah. Just the inconvenience of it.
accept being unpleasant, accept something unpleasant or inconvenient or uncomfortable for a day for your health. Like it should be, at the end of the day, we all should be able to do that.
Sure.
So I do it.
What else do the people have? Anything?
No, but what did you just say? I was going to mention something.
Oh, the laughing gas.
So
you were saying,
Murray, you're such a bad patient. Can we share this?
oh, sure. Yeah. Because I'd love to plug this dentist.
When you go in to get your teeth cleaned, you haven't put you on gas. Dude, I thought I was bad.
Gas it up.
You are freaking
So
soft.
this last cleaning, I didn't.
Gas it up.
This last cleaning that I went to this new dentist. I can't plug her enough. She's great. Smiles by Rosie. And I found her by basically Googling like dentist for pussies. And she comes up and her reviews are just stellar. If you look at her Google reviews, it's like, I'm a giant pussy and I go here and she's the best. And yeah. And so because there's another one, I found a place up in near Swampscott that they have dogs. And I was like, oh man, maybe I go to the dog dentist. But then Swampscott's a pain in the ass to go to. So I'm like, I'll go to Smiles by Rosie in Somerville and it's like people who are like, she's liberal with the gas. And so I had this like deeper procedures done in the fall that were a pain in the ass. And they're like, well, you should be good without the gas for when you come back for the cleaning in February. And I went a couple of weeks ago, anxiety high. And I have like this receding gum nonsense going on. And they're in there doing this gum measuring thing, which really hurts. Like it hurts me. And I'm like, what? Huh? And they put, so.
Does it really hurt or do you have an exceptionally low pain threshold? Needing gas for a teeth cleaning, Murray?
So believe it or not, because most things like I'm very particular with and come off as a bit of a puss. I have a kind of high physical pain tolerance, but not with my mouth. My mouth is like, nope, no. I don't want anything. And when I first met her, I'm like, I don't want to feel anything at any point when you're in here, nothing. And so, this cleaning is I can already, and I'm like, ooh. And they use this. Well, they use this numbing gel on my gums, and they're like, you shouldn't feel anything. I feel everything. And it was a new girl that I hadn't met yet before who had to meet the big baby. And about, I don't know, 40 minutes in, she was like, yeah, I'm going to have you come back like next month and we're going to gas you because like this isn't working. And I'm like, great. Like, next time, like all the gas. And so So yeah, they only finished kind of like my lowers, and next time it's Gas City. And so hopefully I don't end up like Kanye. So I don't know if you know this. You mentioned like how Michael Jackson died by doing propofol, whatever it is, because he was addicted to it. So the word is on the street is that Kanye like lives on. It's probably half the reason he's like a nut now,
Nitrous,
and turned into a Nazi. But yeah, like he gets medical grade. You can find there's a whole deep dive in the internet. He's on it like all the time. He even like keeps it in his backpack and like will walk around with medical grade tanks in his backpack and just like, oop, not high right now. Got to get high again.
No way.
Yeah. And so that stuff like definitely breaks your brain. And you know, you feel infinitely more stupid if you do too much of it. Whip hits, even the medical grade stuff. And I'll tell you, there is a fine line because one of these sucky procedures I had to have done there. It was one of these days I'm like, nope, gas it up. And then there, you know, like thumbs up. And I had forgot to pee before I got in the chair. And boy, let me tell you, it was Mr. Murray's wild ride. Like all of a sudden I was like, like it was like the Elephant Man was in the chair and I freaked the fuck out. Felt I was going to pee my pants and I like got the fuck up out of the chair. And I went and took a leak without really telling them. And I came back and then I apologized because it wears off in 2 seconds. And I felt like a shameful fool. But yeah, there's a fine line of like, like here come the scaries.
So again, and nitrous doesn't really numb you, does it?
No, but it makes you just feel like, like you can hear the worst news. The anxiety just goes all the way down. Oh yeah, no, it is. She's great because this dentist is great because it's like the most gas and the most Novocaine allowed by law. Because again, they're like, and like I even feel like a vibration. I'm like, nope, we're in there. Like, come back, keep putting enough to like numb a horse.
Tremendous.
But yeah, great dentist. Oh, I hate teeth shit.
Oh,
Ugh.
okay. So here's what this has often occurred to me because people are asking about different things that might have been done. Someone's got to come up with a one-stop shop.
Oh, you've mentioned this before.
When
like you
they
get it
have
all done.
knocked you out, okay?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm knocked out. We've gone through this whole thing with the anesthesiologist and the whole, like, that's a deal. Like, to knock you out is a, expensive proposition.
Right.
It's a special doctor, special technician. Got to make sure it's just the right dose. There's a certain amount of danger involved to it. I'm sure there's huge insurance implications.
Oh,
putting someone under.
Those anesthesiologists make crazy money. Like it's
right, and I'm sure the insurance is through the roof to put you under. I bet it's a whole different class of medical service that when they put you out. So like crossing the threshold of we're going to put you under is a big one. So if we're going to do that, why don't we make a one-stop shop where you knock me out?
I'm for this.
You do my fillings, you do my teeth cleaning, you shove a hose up my ass,
yeah,
whatever, pap smears for the ladies, hemorrhoids for the whatever the case, whatever you need, whatever you got, that's a real unpleasant procedure. Just do it all at once.
I would love this. You've mentioned this before. I love this idea.
I don't get it. Why don't
all the uncomfortable shit when you're knocked out? Just get in there.
And look, if it's too hard to get like 20 different guys in there at once, let's just start with the dentist,
ass and mouth,
and the ass man.
Yeah,
right. Do the ass and mouth at one. Knock me out. You in here. You do everything you have to do.
Yeah.
Now you come in. You do everything you have to do, and I'll see you in an hour.
You want to check the hog while you're in there too?
Get in there.
But it's a great idea.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
like, why don't we do that?
I'm the ass and mouth man. Oh, sign me up.
That to me is, I think there's a need on the market there. All right, let's get to Carolyn says, Felger, will you be back on Sports Sunday anytime soon? What about BST with Felger and Holly on Mondays? No. Well, maybe some Mondays. The old Felger, old Felger has been cut back to 3 days a week on NBC Sports Boston. So no Sundays, and then it's either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Tuesday to Thursday, whatever.
And that whole Sunday show's on hiatus anyway, isn't it?
You know what? I've sort of lost track.
I think it is. Casper was telling me that it's like off and maybe comes back in the fall with football.
Well, that's too bad. I mean, from what I understand, we had the highest ratings of any Sunday night show.
Yeah.
Which, frankly, we should, because for 20 weeks of the year, we follow Sunday night football. So we should.
Yeah.
And we do. So, like, we beat 4, 7, and 5 and all of that. And, I don't know. I don't know how they couldn't sell that fucking thing. But, hey, listen, not my department, but that's the deal. 3 days a week. That's it. Let's see. Murray, just let me ask you real quick. Clapton and Wallflowers? We were talking about this
yeah. No, I
during
heard
commercial break.
There's no way it's good. Clapton's too old and he's 79 years old. Like, this is a guy who used to be able to shred. He's still an amazing guitarist, but there's no way those songs aren't sleepy. And it's just a night. That would be a night of me being pissed and like yelling, play it right. There's no way. Wallflowers I wouldn't mind seeing. And, I know my wife would like to go, but the Wallflowers are like, I'll see you at the Orpheum of the House of Blues by yourself. I don't want to see you as an opener for Clapton, who's going to be boring and play them all wrong. I'm out. Thumbs down.
Someone said here, thoughts on the TD Garden closing in 2 years?
News to me.
Where's that from?
Yeah.
That's not even fucking close. If they're going to close the Garden in 2 years, they have to have
There's
already
no way.
started
They-
something to build.
They just did all the suites and everything over. In fact, I don't even know if they're even like officially done yet. They're like still need like a coat of paint. There's no way it's closing in 2 years. No shot.
Not even close. It's not closing.
Fake news.
It's not closing in 10 years.
Ain't going anywhere.
Never mind. Yeah, never mind 2 years.
It just reminded me of something. Shit, I forget. Do you have any upcoming shows? Or you're doing one of those? You're doing some of the Dead in Vegas.
Dead
but
Sphere coming up in 3 weeks, baby.
What else? Anything?
I've circled Oasis the last week.
For one of those.
Last weekend in August in Toronto.
Mm.
I want to be strategic about where I go. I don't like stadium shows, unless I'm on the floor. If you're on the floor, you can approximate. My big thing, Murray, is I don't want to be far enough away where I can't see them play. I don't want to watch them on the board.
Or in the monitors, yeah.
Right. I don't want to watch them on the video
yeah.
board. I want to watch them play with my eyes.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be necessarily like I can see him pick every fucking string, but I want to be able to see what he's doing.
Sure.
I don't want to have to look, because if I'm just watching on video, I can do
No,
it
you can't
in
see
my
the whole band. It's
fucking
just
living
zoomed in
room.
on one guy.
Yes, all right. And I hate the way they edit rock bands. The video I want is just show me the rock band. Just
Yeah,
show me
right.
all 5 of them at once, and I'll look at what I want to look at. But no, it's a quick cut here, it's a quick cut there, it's a quick cut here. I can't get a feel on what everyone's doing. Anyway, so where's going to be the best place for me to get on the floor for a reasonable price, where it's not a complete clusterfuck?
Chicago's going to be a clusterfuck.
New York's going to be a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Toronto. Canadian. It's towards the end of the tour. Anyone who's, wanted to travel to go see him, maybe he's all done. It doesn't look like the ticket prices are too bad. Oasis that last weekend in August in
Skydome, is that where it was?
Skydome,
Or if they don't even call it that anymore. I don't think,
stadium
but-
show, but who knows? If it rains, they close the roof,
Right.
and you get even a better experience. It's only halfway open anyway. It's not a fully open stadium. It's not like Giant Stadium. It's partially enclosed even when that roof's open. And if it's not great weather, they'll close the roof and you get an indoor show.
Yeah.
There's another one.
Which I would prefer.
Okay, there you go. Let's see. Astamouth Incorporated. That's what we call it. Derek says, why would that guy put gum under the table when he knows he's got like 10 cameras around him? What a goofy. So the Nick Gemelli
that
episode.
is Nick Gemelli is I think came off as a bit of a hammerhead there. Like, yeah, just putting gum on. I mean, that is an act. Again, we talked about it yesterday. It's an act that's done by children when you're in like grammar school. I still can't believe he did it with the cameras on him. Clearly wasn't thinking. Still can't believe it wasn't so.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
And again,
That was
I
maybe
don't
the
feel
most
guilty for accusing him.
Yeah, because he usually leaves it in a.
It's exactly something he would do. He's dumped enough shit at Maz's workstation over the years that he should be the first one to
chips,
think about.
food shrapnel, things in the microphone.
Is what it is.
Yeah, but we love him, but he was the immediate. He was the immediate culprit.
Jack wants me to talk about tariffs and my stock market update. I'm the worst investor in the history of investors, so I don't make any choices myself anymore. I have a guy, and I say, here you go. And be conservative. That's me. So I don't know dick about anything. Never mind tariffs. But my one tariff take is, it is hysterical to me how we've made Canada like a sworn enemy.
Yeah, right.
Canada.
It is
the
pretty
most mild-mannered, like, given. They're just a given ally. Like, they're not even like the most mild-mannered nothing country that's been just a little sidecar to us for years. Never fought about anything, really. Nothing to fight about. Just like our little brother, just do what we say. Okay, we'll do what you say. and is like never a crosshair ever with all of a sudden is like World War III with Canada.
Yeah.
I find that hysterical.
No, and in a personal note, I feel like I'm never going to see my favorite aunt again. So she moved up there, basically, left the country during the Vietnam era, and became a Canadian citizen. Her and her partner have been up there pretty much my whole life, and I saw her last summer, and outside of talking about, so she was my one of my dad's sisters. Outside of talking about my late father, when we had lunch with her, it was just like she's one of these people. It's like Trump, just wants to like, she's got thoughts, and it's like, all right, we get it, but like, I hadn't seen you in years. Nice to see you, and now I know like she's never going to come down here again, as long as this madness continues.
Moisturized wipes are the key for colonoscopy prep.
Can't use them anymore.
Well,
I was a wipes guy.
There's flushable and unflushable. There's flushable wipes.
No, it's not even a flushable or I don't care about the plumbing. I care about my own plumbing. It became like a real rash situation down there, and they're not supposed to give you a rash, but something below, it was a real problem. I should have been the spokesperson for wipes. I was Mr. Wipes. Now not anymore. Something happened. I can't use them anymore.
Really?
Oh, it sucks.
Well, I'm just telling you.
I got to get a real bidet. Have you used a bidet? Oh, they're
no,
the
and
best.
everyone tells me that you got to. It feels like there's too much playing around with my ass. Like, just wipe your butt and get on with your day. Like, we're gonna sit here and like turn machines on into my ass.
But think about it. So you wouldn't clean a car with just like a dry towel.
I've heard all this before.
That's what you're doing.
I know. And
it's that bidet.
I've been doing it for 55 years. I'm just gonna have to,
Oh, it's great.
Suffer
the
through
Japanese know what they're doing with their toilets.
How much time are we going to spend on wiping our ass? Good one. Kelly said 21 minutes. Excellent one. Very good. What am I? Well, I lost my train of thought as well. God damn it. Maury, what else you got?
What else do I have? I'm trying to think. Shit, not much really.
The diarrhea is so prodigious that nothing is really, like, a guy called up yesterday. You must have put Vaseline on your ass before you get going. Use baby wipes. Well, it's so prodigious, and nothing works. You're by the end of it, you're just like, oh my God. That's exactly what it is. Murray, if you had one message for the world, what would it be? I have one. It's easy.
The greatest gift, I've said it before on air, the greatest gift you can give to other people is to not inconvenience them.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
Keep moving. If I could just crystallize into one thing, it's really pay attention and keep moving, which is related to Jim's thing. The greatest crime against humanity is taking up someone's time, because the most valuable commodity on the planet is time. You don't get it back. Money comes and goes. Other things come and go. When time is over, it's over. You can't get it back. And if you are someone who happens to have a lot of time on your hands and you act accordingly and take away time from someone who doesn't have it, you're a fucking asshole. And if it doesn't occur to you that way, then you're kind of an asshole. You should live under the assumption that everyone has only a finite amount of time and they're trying to maximize it. So don't get in their fucking way. Pay attention and keep moving. That's it. Pay attention. That's my message for the world. Pay attention, meaning if you're walking down a narrow hallway and you're walking really slow, be aware that someone might be behind you trying to get to where they're going, because they have somewhere to be, even if you don't. If you're on a moving walkway in an airport and there's only room enough for one person and you're sitting there with your bag.
Oh, it makes me crazy. Yeah.
You big, fat, lazy slob sitting there with your bag. And someone's trying to get to their plane to get home to their family or to make their work meeting or just to get on with their day. Pay attention to the fact that someone might be behind you trying to get to where they're going to go to. If you're sitting at a red light and you're the first one in line and you start dicking around on your phone because you can't possibly not look at your phone for 30 fucking seconds. And you're sitting there and the light turns green and there's people behind you who need to get to work or go home and see their family. Pay attention and keep moving. I can live with mistakes. I can live with human error. If you make the wrong move, 10 times better than not moving. Keep
Just move.
Move.
Yeah.
Everybody keep moving. Movement. Movement is the key to life. That's it. Keep moving.
I mentioned to you the other day. So
And don't check a bag. Right.
So instead of being on your phone, because you were like, well, what? I try not to use my phone in the car. So driving in yesterday, I was trying to listen to some tunes. I'm trying to learn how to play In My Time of Dying by Led Zeppelin. So I was like, okay. I hit Siri, and I said, so try this.
Okay, so this is, I'm not with you on this. Why are you fucking talking to Siri in your car? Just put it on your phone.
So while I'm driving doing like 70, I'm not going to look down.
Pussy.
I'm doing the proper thing there.
Pussy.
So this contradicts what you're saying. I'm trying to still move. It's better for me to move if I just hit Siri and say search on my Spotify, play Led Zeppelin. No, I said play In My Time of Dying. The fucking thing thought it needed. They're like, it asked some stupid thing like, who in my contact should I call? Should I call 911? And I go, no, Led Zeppelin. And it goes, do you want me to access Sirius XM? And I got, no. And now it has tone. It was like, fine. Then something like procedure done or something like that. I'm like, oh, fuck you. But the thing,
I have no sympathy.
Ask for a dying song. It's going to call 911.
I have no sympathy. For people who get
I'm not
frustrated.
going to look down at 75 miles an hour on my phone and try to pick up put a song in.
Well, then learn how to drive. Okay? So, like, the people who...
Stay off your phone.
The people who... well, no. If you got to be on your phone, you keep moving. Just keep moving. But if you're the asshole who gets into an accident, then you're an asshole.
I'm doing the safer thing by using Siri in my
Just
car.
don't get into an accident. Just don't get into an accident. But and not that I'm telling you to text on your phone. What I'm telling you is, if you're one of these people that has so many fucking gadgets that you're talking to everything, and it doesn't hear you properly, you're the fucking problem. You put your toys down. Just press. If you want to put on a channel, put on channel 52. If you want a song, dial up Led Zeppelin In My Time of Dying. You don't talk. If you're dicking around talking to everything, then that's your problem. The computer, the bot doesn't understand you. Well, you're the asshole talking to the bot.
It's 2025. That thing should know the difference between the actual song and me saying, like, I'm dying, which I wasn't.
Sean asks, pretzels or Biscoff on the plane?
Oh,
the Biscoff is tremendous. Is that how you even pronounce it?
Yeah. I'm a pretzel guy.
Biscoff,
I'm going pretzels.
fuck off.
Yeah, I don't need
not
sweet.
even close.
I'm salt over sweet at all
it's
times.
not. The Biscoff isn't that sweet. It's gingerbread ish. It's like that.
I want pretzels. I'm a pretzel guy. I love pretzels. Hard, soft, long, twisty, whatever.
They're all over the place. Those Biscoff cookies, I only really see on Delta. It's the only place I get them.
Yes. Oh, let me give you a Delta treat. Here's a treat's treat on your next flight. So Delta has on their liquor list, it's a bourbon cream, and then they have Woodford. Get one of each, ice, mix.
Yeah.
That is a nice drink on a flight.
I like it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Half bourbon cream, half real bourbon, mixed. It does curdle a little, so you got to really get in there.
Yeah. Mix
and
it
stir.
up.
But that is a nice treat.
Are you a drinking on a flight guy?
Yeah, but not to the point of like I need to get like cocked.
Yeah, like
I like two just to get loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy my one glass of Malbec on the JetBlue.
Oh yeah, so I usually don't drink wine in a flight unless it's like a night flight coming back, like West Coast to East Coast, and it's going to be a red eye. Oh, that glass of Cab puts me out like a big dumb drooling baby.
All right, I'll end on this. You're not religious, but do you give anything up for Lent? Do you do that?
No, but I do love the deals on the filet of fish at McDonald's. Though.
Oh, yeah? They really?
Oh, yeah. They usually do it this time of year. They invented it, McDonald's, the McDonald's company that came out with the late 50s, early 60s because of Lent, and they've made a killing on them since. And, I love that McDonald's filet of fish sandwich. It's great. That's one of the things. There's a few things I can eat in my life that bring me back to being like 5 years old. The filet of fish is one of them.
Okay. So I don't give anything up for Lent. I'm not religious. I don't do Yom Kippur, and I don't do Lent. My mother was Catholic, is Catholic. My father was Jewish. We've done none of it. But I will say in closing, I am kind of into the premise. Like giving something up for a day, you should fucking do it. Whether it's for God or for your religion or for just to do it. And the fasting thing, back to the fasting thing, I did it for a colonoscopy, but I sort of get it. It's like you spend a day where you're just not thinking about stuff in your face. You got to think about other things, even though all I thought about yesterday was eating. If you do it properly, most of our time is just thinking about how am I gonna please myself by shoving something in my mouth. Take one day where you don't do that and try and think about something else. I'm into that. Lent, give something up. I'm into that. We should all. I would like to do that, and I'm not telling you what to do, but I
So
like.
what is it you're going to give up?
What am I going to give up? Is Lent one day or is it the 40?
No,
How does that work?
I think it's like a month.
I was going to say. Is
It goes
40?
till Easter.
So is it
Yeah.
40 days or 30 or 20, whatever?
Yeah, I forget. I mean, I grew up Catholic, but I mean, it got to it was eighth, whatever it was, like, and that was the big payday. Once you do what the hell was it called? You go through not communion. What's the one that you had the payday at the end, Kelly?
Not
You had confirmation.
Confirmation.
Yeah, confirmation was the payday, and as like like a greedy kid that wanted to buy baseball cards and fireworks, I'm like, give me that confirmation. But eighth grade-ish, when you had to like start doing CCD and all this crap you had for years. I went to the thing at Most Blessed Sacrament in Melrose where it became like abortion time, and like abortion bad to the Catholics and like church in general. And I came home, and my mother was like, "So what'd you think?" I was basically, in all intents and purposes, like, "I think it's kind of fucked up." And she's like, "Do you want to go back?" I'm like, "I kind of don't," even though I needed that payday. And she's like, "You don't have to do this anymore." And that was that. And that was the end of religion for Jimmy. And so,
what would you give up for Lent? So I'm going to say cigars.
Yeah, my Zins. The Zin thing's becoming a bit of a problem, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love them with
But it's not. Is it bad for you?
There's no way it's good for
I mean,
you. It's
nicotine's bad
nicotine.
for you.
Yeah.
Where is it cancerous?
Who knows?
It's not cancerous like smoke, but it's cancerous.
I mean, who knows what those chemicals are? But
Yeah.
that and a coffee in the morning, and that's like my whole like snake charm to get a poop out. Like, but I I gotta. I should stop. But it is. It works. Like, I should give that up. I should see if I you know what? That's what I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because
cigars.
Yeah.
Fuck, I love them so much, and I pile drive them too. Like when I'm on the golf course, it's like I have 3.
Well, that's a lot, Mike.
I light one
Oh, God.
on the front 9, and I love them so much. It's immediately like lighting the next one.
I'd be oh my God, you'd have to like drag me off. If I had 3 cigars during 18 holes, I can maybe get through 1 now. They're way strong. I don't have the same tolerance for them as I once did.
Next year. Okay, but like I said, I like the premise. I don't know about anything else. Jim, thanks for coming by.
Pleasure. See you next week.
Next week. See you next week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.